mothership's site is very slow.
Yeah. Why ah?
They never pay money lah. Why?
Okay, what is your speed right now if you go onto the mothership site? You are reading the articles off Facebook, or are you going to
The site.
or their site straight away? Okay. Maybe it's just this place, Jerry. It blocks off all signals so that it's easier to like not be connected to the world, so that when you are playing your pretend games, everybody is playing pretend in this room. They are pretending to be space marines, Jerry. And we are pretending to be relevant. What are you working on recently, sir?
Nothing.
Don't lie to me.
Really nothing. It's very dry now. But the one of the lobangs you pass over to me,
Yes,
the
sir.
GOVT one came back.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
GOVT is Jiahan, is it?
Jiahan, correct. But now no longer Jiahan covering. It's the senior, the what's her name? Yvonne?
Hey, it's not yours, is it?
No.
No, what you're doing? Hello everyone, this is sound test. Can the chat let us know if this sound is okay? Any echoes or weird shit going on?
Jerry, do you have a lot of those like tiny screwdrivers? But we're not at Jerry's.
Yeah, I have.
He says he has, but it's at home. Tomorrow at a hardware store. Don't.
Hello. Natalie, help me with sound check, please. Then Jerry and then
Can I turn on my Mickey?
just plug in already, right? Or
No, there's no turning on.
Oh.
Yeah, he controls everything.
Why must such power be given to John? Why can't we even control our own mics on and off? Some of these prefab things in front have got weird signs. Crazy. Jerry, I want to take masters together.
Okay. Quiet.
What?
Start the stream already. You all can stop talking about all this nonsense. Or?
What nonsense? Yeah,
This is
I
our live
already,
stream.
I already applied.
People tuning. Oh, you applied already, you mother fudger. You applied what? To which one?
I already applied to the one in LaSalle UAS.
Which one?
I applied to.
This is live, by the way. Everyone here, which school you're applying
Yeah.
to.
We know, John. We're just having a Can I just
Yeah.
have a conversation with my friend Jerry?
No, you cannot. This is LongKangKitties.
Okay, fine.
starting now,
Yeah,
starting
but
now.
I applied already.
Okay.
I also applied for fine arts. Master's fine arts. Yeah, but that's not my first choice.
Oh my god, it's so good to be a student again.
Hello，大家好，
大家好。
歡迎嚟到 LongKangKitties Podcast。
屌你老母啊！
點解
我係
講
最靚仔嘅 host John Wang。咁嘅嘢，我係有 Jerry Dinosaur，
屌你！
仲有最鹹濕黃哥。
我中意食屎
Okay, enough of this Cantonese shit. God damn
So
it.
whoa, okay, whoa.
Everyone-
Okay, you're trying to impress somebody, John. Somebody is watching on this channel who you're trying to impress, who is impressed by us speaking Cantonese. Who is it? Tell us now.
Okay, I tell you.
Hey, which poor guy?
I'll tell you. Okay?
Yes,
But
sir.
here's the thing.
Yes, sir. Tell me
我講
now.
你問我聽，你聽，你問我明，你唔明，
Oh, you're good at
你
this.
問我做。
Oh, you're good at this.
There's a
Continue. Hey, continue.
script, man.
Bro,
There's a
continue. There's still
script.
15 more, you know.
I need to impress Tan Siling. Okay? That's who I need to impress.
Oh my
Alright.
goodness.
So that's the deal. That's the deal today.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you see what's happening here is that there is a top-down culture in Singapore. In Parliament, the ministers speak in dialects. And so now, therefore, on this podcast, we shall speak in dialects. All we do is follow our leaders, right? But can you imagine what happens if our leaders go astray? We will go astray too.
所以我人記得啦，嚟知道哦，龍溝喵咪哦，我嚟講什麼？
God damn
講
it.
大選啊，
What?
大選大選，
Oh.
是唔是啊？冇人龍溝講什麼？
講走嘢啊 Oh my god. Okay,
When I was in the
okay.
army, I was made fun of because I couldn't speak Hokkien, you know. Fucking Hokkien.
Thanks to me being a Gen Xer.
Yeah. You are definitely a Gen Xer.
when I went to Penang, right, and then I went with another one of my friends.
Sweet.
The fella also doesn't speak a lick of Hokkien.
Sweet.
And then everyone in Penang speaks Hokkien.
Yes.
Oh.
Every mother child speak Hokkien. And then even though my Hokkien isn't that great, at least I can like keep up. The other fella, he's just lost. All the time. He just can't, like, he cannot make heads or tails of the conversation. Okay. Enough of the dialects. Okay, I've impressed who I wanted to impress.
Excellent.
Okay, the man is really blowing up my phone. Okay.
Okay,
My
fantastic.
DMs are getting exploded.
Beautiful. You are desired.
Yes, very desired. So today we'll be talking about a couple of topics.
Excellent.
Okay. So Dan Wong.
Yes, sir.
You really know already, right? What topics we're talking about?
Yes, we are talking about Angie in Kyrgyzstan.
Okay, so we
Isn't
don't
it
know.
Kazakhstan?
No, it's Irkutsk.
Okay, we don't actually know where NG is.
Told you guys.
She's lost.
Anything that Dan Wong says is pure lies.
No, I talked to her. She just texted me. She says, help, I'm in Kyrgyzstan. And then I'm like, how can I help you? Bye.
No, actually, Angie took the red pill and she's out of the matrix.
Really?
Yeah.
I also want to take the red pill.
We're not strong enough.
Is ever lost in some foreign country, right? The last
Yeah.
person she will message is Dan Wong.
Why?
Okay? The second last person she will message is me. And the third last person is probably like her brother, then followed by Jerry. Okay? Jerry is the
yeah.
most reliable among all of us. If anybody can get her out, is the director of the ISD. Okay? So that since Dan Wong is completely doesn't know what the topic is, I shall go ahead and
Tell us, John.
describe it.
Tell us.
Okay, you know what I really want to talk about today? Like the first thing I really want to go.
Yes.
You know, we've been talking about Kelvin Cheng a lot recently.
Yes.
Yes.
And how he's just this winner, right? He's just blazing through victory after victory. He's just
Winner
leaving-
mentality, man.
He's just leaving all of us in the dust. Okay, like as if we are just born losers. You know. From the way that Kelvin Cheng conducts himself, is like as if losing is in our DNA. But you know, lo and behold,
Would he win this time around?
no, he was thoroughly blown out of the water.
Oh no.
I think he needs to. How many L's did he take in one shot?
I lost count, but holy shit, is somewhat satisfying.
Is
But
it because-
somewhat sad as well.
Is it because he fought somebody that's too high a level?
No.
Oh.
That is absolutely not the case. In fact, if nothing else, right, he kind of picked on at that point in time
Yes.
some of the least liked 2% in Singapore, with the exception of a handful of people, even though they might be ideologically aligned with these two individuals. Which were the two ladies that crashed the Meet the People session. Do you guys see that video?
I saw it,
Yeah. I think the whole of Singapore saw the video. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who has not seen the video.
Okay. What? No. Oh, I'll say now. You're recording now. Yeah, recording already. You're live on stream, by the way. Thanks, bro.
That was Angie just now.
Yeah, that was Angie.
Angie sounded extremely manly.
Yeah, that was Angie after she take off all her makeup and voice
Fantastic,
changing. Yeah.
Okay, so we had the two ladies gate crash our Meet the People session by Shamugam.
Yes.
Okay, and then insisting that we need to talk about Bofma. Okay, but here's the funny thing, and I actually did a short stream on our Discord about this.
Okay.
A lot of the blame was put onto this group called Monday of Palestinian Solidarity.
Right. Yeah, I've read about that too.
Yeah, so their acronym is also MPS, just like Meet the People session.
Beautiful.
But here's the thing, okay?
Yes.
Even though everyone was like putting the blame on this group, right? I actually went to follow them on Instagram.
Oh.
And it seems like they are not taking responsibility. Okay? They are not taking responsibility. And anyway, the two ladies, they were talking about Bofma, not about Palestine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So there was a lot of conflation. A lot of things are getting muddled. Like nobody knows left and right. I also, to be honest, I also can't really keep track lah. Okay. However, these two ladies, okay.
These two very spirited, brave women.
Okay lah.
Yeah, because it sounds like you're like putting them down, John. So I gotta put them up a bit.
I mean, I I don't know about brave lah. I mean, they call Shanmugam coward lah, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
they're brave, you know.
Well, brave or foolhardy, either one I can respect. I don't know about you.
Okay. Well, anyway, so anyway, they were quite near the bottom of the totem pole already lah. Okay, like everyone was just ragging on them, with the exception of a few people. And then Kelvin Cheng decided that, hey, you know what would be the good thing to do now?
What?
When they're
What did he
down,
do?
right? We're
Kick
gonna
them.
just kick them a couple of times.
Oh my god.
We're just gonna just jump the car, just like, just like, yeah, I got you now. Yeah.
Kelvin, don't like that lah. You got bigger. I think you got bigger fish to fry.
Like one of those Stephen Chow movies, right? Down already, then they go and step on someone.
Yeah lah.
So what he decided to do was, and anyway, like I said, there's a lot of conflation going on between these two ladies and this MP as the Monday for Palestinian Solidarity Group. I'm just going to call them MPS from now on, okay? So the Meet the People, I'll just say Meet the People. So the MPS and these two ladies, despite some assertions, okay, that these two are not affiliated,
Yes.
okay, that in fact they are not even the same group of people or whatever, Kelvin Cheng decided that, okay, MPS is to be blamed,
Okay.
okay, and then made this comment saying that I'm going to send these two ladies on business class one-way trip to Gaza.
Yep. That's what he said.
Okay.
But just to double confirm, right, John? They were really there. They did not bring up Palestine at all with Shanmugam, right? They just went there
not that I know of,
to talk about POFMA,
They
right?
talk about POFMA.
And then they had an argument about taking photographs, and then they called him a coward when he went away, and then he came back, and then they were scared, and various things happened, and then that's about it, right? And after that, he said, I'm not going to press charges to these two young women because they've got a long future ahead and need time to think.
Essentially, yes. Okay. So that's kind of a summary from the Shanmugam side.
Okay.
So, like I said, the media and a bunch of Facebook posts are kind of conflating these two. When I went to the MPS, the Instagram page, my understanding is MPS is distancing themselves, or they're not claiming responsibility. They are supporting the two ladies, by the way. They are saying, good for her.
Yeah.
But they are not saying that they are responsible for this. But they are responsible for some other incidents at some other places. So this Shanmugam one is a totally different thing.
Okay.
This is allegedly okay. All this is, to be honest, it's very difficult to sift out what is true and what is not. I'm just reporting.
Thank you for doing the detective work.
I know, right? This is so.
Because if you hadn't told me this, I thought that it was these two issues that were being brought up. So they went to Shanmugam to talk about POFMA and boycott Israeli stuff. Don't invite them to our arms show. But actually, no it's just about POFMA lah.
Yeah, correct. So
okay, fantastic.
And yeah, so but Kelvin Cheng decided that okay, I'm gonna just rag on this MPS now, okay, and then apparently okay, from some of the commentary online. Where Kelvin Cheng crossed the line, crossed the inevitable boundary towards total alienation and condemnation.
I wouldn't go that far.
Was when, he said that the remaining 1,000 followers that this MPS have, which by the way includes me, because I also follow
You followed them?
Yeah,
Oh my
I follow,
God.
The remaining 1,000 followers that this MPS have
Yes.
can hike to Gaza instead. That means he
Okay.
don't even want to pay for the economic flight.
Oh yeah, he'll pay for them, but he won't pay for you.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Okay, so this is apparently where he crossed the Rubicon. Okay? He crossed the Rubicon, or in this case, the Jordan River. Okay. By the way, because the Rubicon is referred to the river lah.
Yeah.
Rubicon River.
Yeah.
So he crossed the Jordan River straight into, not Gaza,
West Bank.
West Bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that took a hike down some highway into Gaza, okay, and pissed off functionally the entire opposition cadre in Singapore, okay. Everyone from the former chairman of SDP to J. Ishak to I don't know lah, all the
Vivian Balakrishnan. Allegedly.
wait.
That one haven't not yet. Yeah, that one not yet. Yeah.
Vivi Bala, right? Okay.
Yes.
We'll get to him soon.
Okay.
Vivi Bala and Shanmugam, we'll get to them soon. Okay.
Beautiful.
Because they got their own shenanigans. Okay.
Oh.
They got some juicy stuff.
So juicy.
Okay. They got some juicy juice meat running down the chins of Kelvin Cheng. Okay,
I can't believe Kelvin Cheng started all this.
I can't believe Kelvin Cheng stopped winning. Okay? It's a day of incredulity. Okay, no one can believe anything. And
John, nobody can win forever lah. Nobody can do a winning combo. Even Wolverine's combo is 37 hit is the max already. Kelvin Cheng crossed the line already, you know, like you cannot be a winner forever.
All the Marvel versus Capcom people, please go and fact check whether
Yeah,
Wolverine's
first of all,
combo is 37.
Wolverine's combo is not 37. Okay, I play MVC 1, MVC 2.
Shit.
Okay, so
You're a fucking nerd. You're just a nerd.
yeah. So anyway, I mean, if anybody knows about not winning forever, right, is Dan Wong.
Hey, don't compare me to Kelvin
So-
Cheng, okay?
No, definitely not. There's no way. Kelvin Cheng at least wins occasionally.
It's okay. Life is tough. Just have to keep trying. No problems.
Kelvin Cheng never burned out a single day in his life.
Why Kelvin Cheng don't have a mentorship program? I will surely join. I pay him money, then he teach me how to win. And okay.
Kelvin Cheng never went on to interview to talk about how shit his life is.
Or burn out.
Oh no. That was not me, it was my evil twin.
Spencer. Kelvin Cheng doesn't have an evil twin. Okay. He takes it all. Okay. So anyway, now in the midst of all of this, right? Okay, how does the people who were against Kelvin Cheng, whether is it the wider Muslim community, the opposition people, or people who just don't like him in general, how do they make their dissatisfaction known? Okay, by hitting him where it hurts. Okay, they hit him where it hurts, and then this is the part where the biggest L that
Okay.
Kelvin Cheng has taken.
Okay, tell me about this because I don't know
Okay.
about this. What
Yeah.
will hurt Kelvin Cheng?
So
He's indestructible.
he apparently he gathered a bunch.
Okay.
I don't know how many. Okay. I don't know what is the collective noun of rich Chinese foreign nationals.
Okay.
But we've got a bunch of them.
Okay.
We've got a Mao Zedong of them.
Okay.
Supposedly,
I'm fucking lost now. You're like, what do you...
What the fuck?
so Kelvin Cheng gathered a collective noun of rich Chinese foreign nationals
For what purpose?
for them to be eventually naturalized into Singapore society, and then he got them to donate money. Okay, he got them to donate money
Oh, this guy is playing the
to
long
this
game.
to Tampines, I think Tampines Hub.
What?
Okay, to Tampines
Wow.
Hub. During this festive month of Eid Mubarak or Hari Raya,
Okay.
okay, to have like a gathering lah, like a dinner or sorts lah.
Okay.
Okay, so and this money was going to be donated
Okay.
so that it can be redistributed among Tampines, among the low income families.
Oh, so he was doing okay. You said a lot of words, bro, but he's just doing some philanthropy thing, right?
Yes.
Getting soliciting donations from
No.
newly integrated
Solicited. Not soliciting.
solicited.
Already
Solicited.
got-
the,
okay.
already
got the
got-
moolah already.
Got the moolah
already
already.
got-
The
Okay.
moolah is there and it's ready to rumble.
Okay, to be distributed to the Tampines peasants, right?
You want to kena the Rubicon also. Right?
Hey, I'm also a peasant, okay? Okay, so what's the problem? That's a good thing, John. That he's conducting philanthropy, right? That's not a bad
And then
thing.
guess what, bros? Guess what? As a result of this massive backlash,
Okay,
okay, for his comments,
okay.
people were ready to boycott that dinner event. Okay?
Right,
People
but-
were ready
right.
to boycott that dinner event. Masagos came out and says,
Yes.
you know, I sharply disagree. Or what was the word that he used? He said something like
I must disagree.
He,
You know what,
he
that-
said
that's a
something
word.
like
Yeah.
I cannot in good faith agree with Kelvin Cheng.
Okay.
Okay? Palestinians are dying. This is no joke. and I'm going to recommend that he put his money somewhere else.
Ooh.
And then after that, Kelvin Cheng came out with a Facebook post. I'm going to donate this money to community chest instead.
What? Not Tampines anymore?
Yes. So basically,
Community chess, where? In Singapore.
in Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
I'm so confused.
he has this big plan to have like the Chinese foreign national integrate into Singapore society during this, festivities of Hari Raya, integrating with, Malay community, Indian community, Chinese community. It's all going to be one big happy family together.
I mean, I really don't see anything wrong with that, John. Are you saying this because you don't want, or you are skeptical of like newly integrate?
He has this idea.
Yeah.
But people were ready to boycott that event. That means they were ready to not show up because of his comment.
Imagine
Right.
a community event being created so that he can show off how he's able to pull this thing together to all these high net worth individuals
Okay.
who are all ready to put in money.
Okay.
And then crickets.
But you guys told me that the money is gotten already.
Yeah lah.
The money is gotten,
Yeah.
but as in he already got all these people lined up already. They are
Correct.
ready to put the money down.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't need to solicit. No soliciting.
Yeah. They're
Okay,
okay, already.
okay.
They're
Yeah, it's
okay.
there,
They're
it's
ready
there.
to rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not. It will not go into Tampines hub.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll
It
go
will
into
not-
community
You will now go
chest.
into now is re-diverted because people think that he is radioactive. He is completely toxic now.
Oh.
Nobody wants to touch him because of his comments that he made.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So John, again for the idiots out there like me, right? Why is the money going into Tampines hub to the Tampines people of Tampines who are underprivileged? Why is that? Why is that Kelvin's philanthropy target?
No lah, like I said, he just wanted this foreign Chinese national
Okay.
to integrate into Singapore society.
Okay.
And using Hari Raya as a platform to really like harp about the racial harmony aspect of Singapore
Okay,
society.
I like that. Okay.
Put up a big show of it.
Yes, he
Yeah.
just wanted to like really, like what Jerry says, put up a big show about
Okay.
it.
And did Masagos's comments? did Masagos's comments like how did it affect like this?
I don't even think it's specifically the comment.
Oh, it's not the comment, right?
I think
right.
it's really the online backlash
Ah.
that prompted that already people were threatening to boycott if Kelvin Cheng is still involved. Then Masagos came out and put the final nail in the coffin and said, look, take your money elsewhere. It ain't no good here, bro.
Oh my god, it took me so long to get this. I'm so stupid. Oh my god, what is going on?
Yeah, damn long. I also don't know why it take you so long to get this.
Okay. I can finally understand why it hurts now, Kelvin. I can get it.
So big. The biggest L is loss of face lah.
Yeah, right?
Right.
It's loss
I
of
don't
face,
know,
right?
loss of
I
face
mean,
lah.
this one is perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, see how you want to think about it. I personally think he talks big all the time. Right? He probably go to his Chinese buddies and just be like, hey, guess what, broskis? I might not be as rich as you are, but I'm a man of influence in Singapore. Okay, I can get things done. Okay, and I'm gonna demonstrate to you by having all of y'all put money into this, and then y'all get to rub shoulders with Masagos, with other members of the Malay community. You get to wine and dine, or maybe not wine lah, okay, since it's got Muslim there, but certainly dine lah, okay, with both the upper echelon and the lower echelon, like really good champagne socialists do, right? And this will elevate your profile, like this will really showcase, you guys are upstanding members of society. And then guess what, broskis? one Facebook post destroyed all of that.
I'm seeing something very profound here. Like there are always these patterns of these like powerful, influential individuals who are more successful than us, but they sabotage their own success by the very trait that makes them successful in the first place.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Okay, here's my deal. So one of the things that's being said about Kelvin Cheng in the midst of all of this by Jufri Mahmood, which is the former SDP chairman. Okay. He's calling Kelvin an Islamophobe. Okay, I'm not saying it. LongKangKitties is not saying it. Okay, because he's suing people who are saying this. We are unequivocally saying Kelvin Cheng has not demonstrated to be an Islamophobe. Okay.
Yeah.
This one is other people saying.
We're quoting somebody else.
Quoting somebody
Yeah,
else.
we're quoting somebody else.
So, Kelvin Cheng don't sue us.
That's another big jump, leh. I mean, what he did is like stupid, lah. But is Islamophobic? That's also a very big jump, man. What did this Jufri guy say?
I agree with you. It's an incredibly huge jump. Apparently, once again, it's all about that Rubicon, right? It's all about that crossing the Jordan River by accusing the 1,000 plus followers and saying that they should go to Gaza as well. In fact, take a hike there. Supposedly as a result of their passions towards the topic at hand. And so, by casting such a wide aspersion,
Yes.
which then primarily seems to target the Malay Muslim community in Singapore,
Yes.
who are the majority of the supporters of the Palestinian issue.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the leap is made. Okay? Now, I agree with Dan Wong. I think it's a big leap. I don't think it's a good leap. Okay? But things have already been said lah. Okay? Things have already been said. And so now Kelvin Cheng is seeking reparation and restitution, okay, by sending out lawyer letters.
Oh shit! So he's doing the what's the guy's name?
Raymond.
So he's doing Raymond's playbook. Wow.
But he never used AI. He used real lawyers.
Okay.
That we don't know.
No, Raymond was like, I use AI, blink.
Yeah.
You know,
He-
sniffle.
He was developing some AI tool, right?
Yeah.
To help the masses sue people easier.
Jerry, thank you for like backing me. Like everything I say nowadays has to be like backed or fact checked. You know.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. People are fact checking. It's not a bad thing.
Sherry, you're so sweet. You're so sweet and kind. Unlike you, John, you dripping boil.
My water. Okay, anyway, so Kelvin Cheng has taken an L, has taken many L's. In fact, you can't spell Kelvin without at least one L.
Whatever lah.
But the thing is, right, I actually don't feel good about. I don't like Kelvin Cheng.
Okay.
Let me just say it outright. I know it seems like I praise him a lot, but I'm actually sarcastically mocking him every time I talk about like him winning, because I actually hated that his comment about our football team. I don't like our football team either, by the way. But I think when people at that time, they were celebrating Sani Hassan, okay, they were not celebrating losers. They were celebrating excellent sportsmen. Okay, that's what they were doing. And then he had to come out and just be like, "Oh my God, why are we supporting such loser mentality?" I'm just like, bro, like, you know what? Take a couple of ice cubes, put it in your mouth, chew on it for a couple of minutes, chill out, bro. All
John,
right?
here's a thought. One of his underlying deep core motivations is to be relevant, is to be always talked about. And that is the thing that he actually really wants more than anything. And us here on our podcast, on our platform that we've built up over the years, are doing just that, are giving him the attention that he craves for. We have fallen into his trap.
I mean,
中计了。
here's the thing, right? He also craves for this Gaza, this attention by his Gaza post, right?
Yeah.
And he's got it, lor. You see? So,
Not the attention he wants.
not definitely not the attention he wants. And you know what? I think this will serve like a valuable lesson. I think to everyone involved, lah, and especially you, lah, Dan Mong. You know, I
Me?
really have to,
What
yeah,
the fuck did I do?
because you often like to say all this inflammatory stuff.
Never have I ever.
Okay. In fact, I had to chastise you more than once, live on air, and you know, like people will take your stuff, right, at face value one. In fact, right, here's the thing.
Oh my god.
They like with Kelvin Cheng, right? So one of the things they keep resurfacing, right, for Kelvin Cheng.
Yes.
He said, not only do we have, he said this I think 10 years ago, not only do we need to kill ISIS, right?
What?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh,
ISIS
kill ISIS.
fighters.
Right.
Yeah.
Kill ISIS. Right.
Yeah, we
right.
need to kill ISIS fighters.
We need to kill ISIS.
We also need to
fighters.
kill their children.
Oh my god. Oh, Kelvin Cheng says a lot of shit, bro. I don't say
Okay,
shit like
hang
that.
on.
I don't say shit like that.
That's the thing, right? That you read in that book, right? Machiavelli's book.
Huh.
Right?
Or he probably worships Machiavelli. He's a shrine in his home.
It's one of those things that you read and you're like, okay, you know, we understand it if you are, you know, if you are a prince, like protecting your principality, protecting your territory, you know, in the medieval ages, you do that, right? But not today, right? Come on, man.
John, to just quickly counter your point on that, right? I have a lot of. Kelvin Cheng has got a lot of things that I don't have. You know, he's got influence, he's got riches, he's got some sort of. I mean, he's a smart guy. You know, arguably more intelligent. Okay, but I've got one thing that I have that he doesn't. Why you look at me like that?
What, you got burnout?
No. Motherfucker! Oh, Dan took an L. No lah, Jerry. I'm likable. I'm
you
likable.
got the imaginary friend?
I got a Spencer to take the blame for me.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I just told you I'm likable. People like me, they don't like him.
What the shit?
That's your L. That's your L.
No, that's my W.
Yeah. No, likable L.
Oh my god. Oh, the dad jokes.
That's
We're not
the
into
dad
here.
jokes.
The dad jokes are just.
No, I want
Oh
it.
my
I
goodness.
want it. I want it directed against Denmark.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you, Jerry.
But don't apologize. Never. Okay. Alright, so let's
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about Viva Bala next.
Yeah. So the next step, excellent. Thank you, Dan Wong. So there's been so the MPS, right? Okay, let's go back to let's rewind a bit. Let's just take Kelvin Cheng. Let's just put him aside. All right, he's no longer relevant. Whew. Go back to community chess, and let's talk about that particular post about sending MPS supporters to Gaza.
Okay.
Okay.
Which includes you, of course.
What do you mean? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm the supporter. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, MPS and a bunch of other people scoured through, all the various posting from that particular post. I think it was even on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. And lo and behold, someone went through all who are those jokers that like this post? Who, pray tell, wants to send innocent MPS supporters such as John Wang to Gaza on foot?
I'm kind of with him on this. I think you, of all people, should hike to Gaza on foot. And me and Jerry, we will sponsor his hiking supplies.
To be fair, that's probably the only way you can get in now. If you really want to get there. Yeah.
Okay, so with the exception, other than Jerry and Dan Wong, who else is supporting sending John Wang, the dear old handsome John Wang, to Gaza on foot? Who else but Vivi Bala and Shamugam?
Okay, it's not allegedly on John. See, now I'm taking a page from you. Viva Bala may or may not have clicked the like button. You cannot say right now that he clicked the like button because that is against the Constitution.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's not against the Constitution, it's defamatory.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
But apparently, so Vivi Bala liked the post, Shamugam liked the post, but then Vivi Bala came out and said, "Hey bros,
I got hacked. This is like this is like a high level diplomat, who negotiates for us, in various countries. He's like the top dog,
MFA, man.
Wait. In his defense, right? These top dogs usually have got
people, people working their accounts.
Their perm sec or their interns to help them with the social media stuff. So it really might not be him, leh.
No, but here's the thing, right? He's not putting any one of his guys under the bus.
Yeah, and I respect him for that.
He's saying he gonna hack.
Yeah.
So let me paint you a picture, okay? So this is probably one of the most secure accounts in Singapore.
Okay. I guess.
And there's gonna be, like a password that's so secure it will take, let's say, 45,000 years to crack it, right? It's a combination of symbols, numbers, underscores, and it's probably like 30 words long.
It'd be so funny if it was reviewed to be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, Vivi Bala.
Viva Bala forever. MFA forever.
Or his date of birth. Okay. But let's assume that they practice good cyber security hygiene.
Okay.
Let's assume that it's gonna take 45,000 years to crack this password.
Sure.
Okay. Now you are the hacker. And then you somehow, right?
Yes.
You had a time machine and then you managed to crack it 45,000 years into the future.
Beautiful.
Okay, you crack this password that is so difficult. And then you go into the Facebook.
and then you go and
click like
on Calvin Cheng's post. Nowhere else.
Why doesn't he say things like I eat poo-poo for breakfast? Like that's what I'd do if I was the hacker.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like if I was the hacker, right, I can cause so much damage, right, by posting what Vivi Bala would actually post, but just alter it a bit.
Right. You're so clever.
It's going to be like for example, right, we can just say something like, we have decided to stop trading with the USA on certain things because of the upcoming tariff. Like if you say something like that will be devastating.
Yeah.
So not I eat poo-poo for breakfast.
Definitely not lah. That one is too immature already. That's stupid. Right?
No, that's not insidious enough, right? If you are a hacker,
I'm not very good at this.
So if I was the hacker, right, I would do something significantly, especially since I have to invent a time machine for it. Right, I have to invent a time machine that cracks this password 45,000 years into the future. Okay, then I need to come back into year 2025, the worst timeline. Okay, and then use that password, go into this account, and then all I do is click the bloody like button on Calvin Cheng. Bros, I mean, look, I'm not saying it can't happen.
It's exactly what happened. The hacker just I cannot imagine.
No, see, the thing is, right, the hacker took the time machine, went forward in time, realized what's gonna happen, came back, and then clicked the like.
So what you're insinuating here is that you think that Viva Bala is lying, is what you're trying to say.
No, absolutely not.
No.
What I'm trying to say here is, whomever this hacker is, right, I would like you to show up to my house so I can punch you in the gut 3 times.
No, if you're the hacker, please come to LongKangKitties podcast so that we can interview you and your time machine.
If you're the hacker, right, I need you to tell me what you saw 45,000 years into the future that prompted you to believe that clicking the like button was the only way to save the 45,000 years.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what butterfly effect does it cause?
Yeah. No, Jerry's absolutely right. We are all looking at this kind of very short-term lens, but this could have enormous ramifications that will echo throughout the world, like a butterfly effect.
But don't you remember, before Loki combined all the timelines?
Yes.
Right? The timelines are splitting all over the place.
What the fuck are you talking about, Jerry? Who is Loki? Loki combined the timelines. Okay. Oh, the Marvel Loki. Is that what he did? Yes. He combined all the timelines?
I think he did. I cannot remember.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he combined. Like he trimmed off all the problematic ones,
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought that was like the bad guy's job.
Well, it became his job.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Okay, so
cool.
Raven236 from our YouTube chat asked, won't this hacker time traveler cause more damage by, say, altering the past? I will agree with you, unless, right, the damage is caused, right, okay, is worth it. Okay, it is worth the damage. Okay, so somehow by liking Calvin Cheng's post, we have averted an even greater disaster.
Yeah, a celestial disaster.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Okay, this is the wisdom that only Shanmugam in his 5 head can provide. And Shanmugam in his 5 head, he also liked the post.
He didn't say anything about it, right? What
He
did he
did,
say?
he did.
Oh, he did. I didn't
Okay.
read this. Tell me
Yeah,
what happened.
I also
what
didn't
happened.
read
He
this.
said
Yes.
his view on Israel-Palestine very sharply different from those of Kelvin Cheng.
Oh, then what he like?
Very good question. I have no idea. So, in a detailed Facebook post, House CNA, which focused on Dr. Balakrishnan reporting unauthorized activity on
Okay.
his Facebook account.
Okay.
Later,
I did not authorize this.
replaced
He said-
the one that shifted the spotlight to Minister K. Shanmugam's strong disavowal of the former NMP Kelvin Cheng controversial remarks. Okay, so so TV Bala says, I did not like the post.
Okay.
I did not.
It wasn't me.
I
It
did not have sex with that woman.
It wasn't me.
I did not have sex with that woman. I can't do the voice. I did not have sex with that woman.
Okay, so
Peanut farm.
Shanmugam says his view on Israel Palestine very sharply different.
Okay.
From-
Guys. I think we're overthinking this. Remember, Occam's razor. Okay, the simplest idea usually is the thing. How many times have you guys ever on Facebook scroll past some shits, your friend says something, you just like it and move on? You don't even read his shit. How many times? Tell me. Be honest.
0.
Don't. Everybody's podcast is a liar except for me. You know, like, I cannot stand this. You know.
I don't like my friends post like willy nilly, but
I like stuff willy nilly all the
I
time.
will scroll all the all the stupid shit like all the anime shit, all the cosplayer shit, and I like those.
Also. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but usually when people say things, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but the point is that you don't click on the anime shit that they send you, right? You just look at the rough overview, you like it, and then you scroll and move on. It's like it's literally 1 second of your life. What makes you think Shanmugam didn't do that? He's like, oh, my friend Kelvin Cheng, like, move on.
No, you asked me a question. You asked me how many times have I done that. I'm telling you, I have never done that.
No, you have done that. What? John, don't. Why were you holding on to your ego? There's no pride to be earned from this. Just admit that you like stupid shit and you don't care and you move on.
Wait. I like stupid shit. But it's not that I just scroll, haven't read anything, then I just like, totally different thing. Not the same logical train here.
Okay, fine. Can you at least admit that it's probable that Shanmugam, like me, liked something anyhowly and moved on?
It's just as probable as the time traveler came back.
Fuck you.
No, I tell you what. So
You think Shanmugam was a high mighty?
it's probably like, he was
okay, tell me your theory.
scrolling,
Yeah, tell me your
right? And
theory.
then he scrolled and then he stopped at pause at the Kelvin Cheng's post.
Okay.
And then he didn't lock his screen and then he left the phone there. And
Okay.
then like a fly or something landed on the like
Or his cat or his
Or
dog?
his cat or his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's more likely. Yeah.
So you're telling me Shamu cat
Shanmugam.
use his Shamu paws and tap on the Shamu phone.
Yeah, it's like,
Double tap, just nice.
yeah. That's how it happened. Yeah.
Jerry, so you're on John's side. You don't believe that. So basically, what? Okay, audience believes me. Audience knows that this is a probable scenario, and just admit it. That's what the minister should just do. Just say, I anyhow click on something, I anyhowly click, and then I move on. And everybody will relate because they're like, oh, that's what I do too. They should hire me to be part of the PR firm.
Maybe, yeah.
Die lah.
Exasperated.
Well, because if they hire me, I'll be telling you stories about the
Shamu
stupid cat. Go and touch. Okay, never mind.
Okay. So, you all got anything else you want to contribute to this topic? Any last words before we move on?
We're good. We can move on.
Yeah, we can move on,
As long
yeah.
as everybody understands
Yeah.
that, my theories are sound and they are logical and they make sense.
Yeah, I'm just curious how that hacker time traveled and then, just click the like this post.
Don't you guys think it's more probable that the hacker did not use a time machine, but merely just typed 1, 2, 3, 4 and he got it? Like how, you know, like in the Avengers game, like Kamala Khan like went into like Tony Stark's account and hacked it.
Okay.
And his password was like I am Iron Man or something, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, something that's more probable than the 45,000 year scenario that you are.
True. Yeah, I don't know, man.
And didn't Viva Bala say that? Oh,
so you're telling me that our ministers don't practice good cybersecurity hygiene?
In this case, in their Facebook account, maybe they thought the Facebook account was not important.
Yeah. Maybe their thinking is, or it's not the ministers, it's probably the
permsec or the intern.
No, the you know, what's that department called?
Josephine Teo's department. Smart Nation.
Smart
Nation Initiative.
Yeah. Maybe they're like, oh, it's okay. If you put something unpredictable, right, people will spend a lot of time hacking it. Then they think like, it cannot be more complicated.
Yeah. The most safest place is the most dangerous place.
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Too smart. They want the IQ 300. Okay. Donald Trump.
My God.
The Trump tariff liberation.
Oh my
day.
God.
Anyway, there's so many theories about the tariffs.
It's in a couple of days, right? 7th.
Yeah, I think so. So, this stream, by the way, is called the Liberation Day stream.
Liberation.
So today we're drinking something with a red, with this shape, right? But we're gonna stop drinking it on Monday.
Do you guys think I should? Do you guys think I should wait to buy stock, or do you think I should buy now? Do you think the crash has happened, or the big crash is coming up?
I think the big crash is coming up.
Okay. I'll wait a bit.
Buy the short the position.
Okay.
Never mind.
Jerry Theo Berber, do you even know of what you speak? You asked our audience to go and short.
No.
How can you ever do that?
I'm asking you, not the audience, not the audience.
Me.
Yeah,
guys, I will do many things in life. Okay, I will take poo and rub it on my face. Okay, I'll put my dick in a pipe. Okay, but I will not short sell stocks. Okay, don't ever short sell. The risk is crazy. Jerry,
I know.
Okay, good that you know. You think that my risk appetite is so big? You think I'm like a handsome debonair secret agent, and I can jump out of buildings and planes?
How's your Apple and Tesla doing?
I said already.
Okay, good.
I'm not in the market anymore. Yeah.
This reminds me of that Instagram page where this guy gets his chicken to select the stocks.
yeah. I saw that.
He will always have like $10,000 for the chicken to buy. So LongKangKitties is that chicken. Do not take financial advice from LongKangKitties.
100% don't do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's been Donald Trump announced worldwide tax on all trading partners. Singapore only cannot baseline 10%,
including an island that only has penguins.
Yes. That was a funny thing. But I'll tell you guys something, because I actually didn't know what a tariff was, and I did a lot of Googling. I did a giant black hole, and I tell you why I don't understand. See whether you can elucidate me, okay? Mm-hmm. The whole reason why US is able to do this is because they've got power, correct? And the power comes in the form of consumers. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Basically, yes.
Yeah,
so basically, they buy the most shit. Is what you're trying to say.
They have the spending power,
correct? To buy the most shit. They must buy the most shit. If not, why would everybody want to enter their market, right? Sell shit to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just they buy the most shit. It's they consume a lot from importers. So they people want to sell to them, and then after that they don't necessarily sell back to the same country. So their power lies in the trade deficit that they exhibit. So it means to say whenever they trade with a country, they're always losing money.
Money is going out lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're buying ma.
Yeah.
Kind of like Singapore as well, I think.
So what was your thing then? Can you continue?
Go ahead. I still won't get it. As we go through this conversation, I still won't get it.
Wait. What did you want to say?
No lah, I was. You cannot see because the monitor is blocking. I was doing the symbol for loading. You know. Why would there be a trade deficit? You can spend wisely. You don't buy what you don't need. Then there won't be a deficit.
No, the deficit is okay. So assume Jerry is the United States, and then I am Japan, for example.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so
PlayStation.
So I sell $1 billion of PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Cool.
us Japanese, right? What do we need? We don't really need much from the US.
American
Okay.
cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna eat. We have sushi, so we're not gonna
Okay.
eat American cheeseburger.
Okay.
So after that, they bring McDonald's.
Okay.
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 So then the McDonald's, but how much McDonald's can we eat? Let's say only $200 million of McDonald's.
Yeah.
So now there's a trade deficit.
800 million.
Yeah, but why is that a big thing? Why is a trade deficit a big thing? How does it impact America? As long as they've got the money to buy the PlayStation from you, what the fuck cares whether the deficit?
Because the money is flowing out of America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the money is in the value of goods, and these goods will be further sold to American people who buy the PlayStations.
But that doesn't matter anymore. So the money that's flowing internally, they don't care about.
Oh, okay.
Because they'll tax
Okay.
every dollar. But the money that's flowing outside means every time you buy a PlayStation, Sony gets the money. Then Sony is in Japan. So the money is from the US economy will flow outside to
Okay.
the Japanese economy. Then typically what you want to do, I mean, you think of it like this. I always say, think of geopolitics, right, as like the schoolyard politics. Okay, so there's all these kids in the schoolyard, right? There's the big chunky kid, the big overweight kid. They're just bullying everyone. So that's the United States.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say he has rich parents and he's very magnanimous, and then he says, okay, all of you give me, one Tic Tac.
Okay.
Okay, for every one Tic Tac you give me, I'll give you one Kit Kat.
That's a great deal.
That's a great deal, right?
Yeah.
But eventually the fat kid realizes, you know what, I'm getting the short end of the deal.
Right.
You know, I'm not really leveraging my full authority and power as the biggest chungus on the playground.
I love this word, chungus.
Okay. So now I say, okay, every time you want to give me a Tic Tac, right, I'm gonna tariff that Tic Tac, okay? It's gonna be a tariff tax. Okay, a tick tariff.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, there's gonna be a tick tariff. Okay, all across the board. So every time you want to bring a Tic Tac to me, okay, I'm gonna take so much Tic Tac that it melts together and form one Kit Kat bar. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
In reality, it's not like that, because even with a 30% tariff, it's just 30% of the item. It's not like 200% of it.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no trade deficit that's so big one. That's
Right,
so
right,
wide.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time, you want to have as close to par as possible. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Okay.
Okay. So sometimes you export more, sometimes you import more. That's generally okay, right? You look at any other trading partner in the world, right? They typically want some equilibrium. They don't want an overspending. That means I keep spending money to you,
Okay.
okay, and they don't want you to underspend, because when my currency keeps going out, right, that means my own people don't have the currency anymore.
But they chose to spend it. They chose to buy the PlayStations.
Correct. But then that also means, right, that my trade agreement, right, is not beneficial to me, to my countrymen. So my countrymen suffer as a result.
Okay.
And then as a result of them suffering, then maybe, right, my opposition will say, hey, look at this guy. Look at him. He's making terrible deals. That's why all our money is flowing outside of our country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever I glean from this conversation, I just need to know that if too much money is flowing out of the country and other money is not coming back into the country, it's a bad thing, is it?
Generally, it's not a bad thing, but it's an unfair thing. It's a disadvantage thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So depending on what you mean by bad. So for a long time, the US accepted this loss.
Okay.
They accepted the trade deficit because it didn't matter to them. Their economy is $20 trillion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big economy.
Okay.
And they are willing to accept some losses on the chin in exchange for something else.
Okay.
Typically, they want to leverage some other advantages in that country through the free trade.
Okay.
Yeah. Typically, it's access to some resources that this country maybe exclusively have, okay, that the US really particularly wants. Then in exchange, right, okay, we just buy more of your other stuff. What does it matter?
Okay.
See, to us, it doesn't matter, but we want this thing, okay? If let's say Brazil nuts, I really want them Brazil nuts. Okay, then in all your other whatever thing that you got to import to us, you got to bring the Brazil nuts.
Okay.
So
it still can be a W lah. Basically, it's a leveraging tool.
It's a leveraging tool.
Okay, fine.
It's just a way of negotiation.
Sure.
Okay? And post World War II, right, the US has been doing like this for a long time.
Yes.
Okay?
According to Lawrence Wong, since the 1930s.
Yeah. And they have been basically using this as a leveraging tactic for a long time.
Sweet.
And then the funny thing is, there are times where the outside country will impose tariff on US goods.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, the EU has a tariff on US manufactured cars.
Okay.
10%. Okay. So you sell the car to EU $50,000. Let's say the market rate is $50,000. The EU will tax 10%. So you go $5,000 goes to the EU. Then now the value of the car is at least $55,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So tariff is what we call a protectionist policy.
Yes.
So the reason you do tariffs, right, is because you want to protect some portion of the economy, right, that is maybe very fledgling, very nascent, that is not able to compete with other more advanced economies. So I think, like for example, with the Euro, they want to protect their car industry for a bunch of reasons. Maybe they just don't want cheap American cars coming into the country and then disrupting their own European cars. So European countries, typically they will have a lot of like unions, they have to protect the worker, they have to do this, they have to give off day, then they strike, they riot, whatever. So the cars there more expensive. Then the US don't have all these problems, so their cars very cheap. Then they come in, and they will further exacerbate the car industry problem. Then everyone go and riot and go and...
Is this like a real example?
Yeah.
You're
It's a real example.
Yeah.
So actually, you're saying that in real life, American cars are bad.
I'm saying that in real life, American cars are being taxed for being American cars.
Correct. When they go to Europe.
Yeah. Then when the EU import cars to America or export cars to America, the tariff is only 2.5%.
Oh, okay.
So it's a disproportionate tariffs.
Okay. Sorry, John. Just double confirm again. Okay. So the previous presidents of America allowed this system to continue to gain other items or other things from other countries.
Yes.
Now that Trump has increased the tariffs, then he will also lose access to whatever benefits that previous presidents glean from other countries.
So this is where the conspiracy theory starts popping up left and right. I think the most popular theory now is that Trump is only using this as a renegotiation tactic, is to get everybody back at the table again, to reconsolidate. Okay, here's the thing that I truly want from you. I want more of it. If you don't do it, I will remain the tariffs.
Yeah, he did that with Zelensky, right? Jerry, you're the expert. He did something like that with Zelensky, right? And then in the end, Zelensky also capitulated, right?
I don't think there's...
No, that one is the mineral deal.
That one is a mineral deal. It's a different thing.
But no, not so different. It's a different thing, but the tactic is the same. I threaten you, push you. Then you then you like, hey, don't like that lah. Then I lift a little bit. Then I get what I want.
I think in the Ukraine situation is a little bit special because Zelensky didn't just piss off Trump. Zelensky pissed off Biden as well.
Zelensky pissed off Biden. I didn't know that too. Yeah.
I mean, you are president in a country at war, right? You do things for survival of country. You don't really think about what people think of you.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, it's slightly different, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying to say that Trump's pattern is the same. Threaten, then after that people start listening to you, take you seriously, then he pull back a little bit. Then he uses that as leverage to get whatever deal he wants.
Yeah, so basically what he's trying to do is or he realizes that the world, right, has reached a point where there are a lot of countries, their GDP, right, is functionally upheld by their exports to the US,
right?
Especially places like Canada. What is it like? 40% of the US, 40% of Canadian the GDP, right? That means their entire market, their entire economic forces or well-being, right, is propped up by the United States buying their shit. So even though Canada can institute reciprocal tariffs, the problem is US economy only depends on Canada about 3%. Canada depends on the US economy like 30%. You see? So, okay, we play this game lah. You lose 30% of your economy, I lose 3% of my economy. Who's going to benefit? Yeah. But of course, the tariffs in Canada kena vetoed lah by the Senate. So now it's just the rest of the world.
I didn't know that Canada's economy was so dependent on selling shit to the Americans.
Wait, hang on. Are the new tariffs on top of the 20% or 25% that was previously put up?
So there's some baseline tariffs, especially on places like China. I think that was 25%.
It was 25%.
Yeah, but not all of them have the baseline tariff. This one is the new Liberation Day tariffs that is on top of the baseline tariff.
Yeah. China is now at what, 30 plus almost 40%, I think.
In total?
Yeah.
No, it's 67%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
China's 67%.
Yeah.
So 67% of the Chinese economy is selling stuff to the United States.
No, the tariff is 67.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah. Everything added together, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not surprising. There's so much stupid shit from Temu and Shein and Amazon. It's all from China. So all these importers have to pay the tariffs.
Oh man, I wish I took economics when I was a kid. I don't understand any of the shit. I don't understand how is US able to buy so much shit. They got so much people, man, to buy things.
No, it's not about people.
Oh, it's not about the number of people you have in your country.
No, it's about functionally. Economy is about productivity. What they are always measuring, right, is productivity. It's not about the number of... Now, if you have more people, okay, the idea is generally you are more productive. Okay? The US has about 350 to 400 million people. China has 1.1 billion. But the US economy is significantly larger than the Chinese economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say economy is larger, it means that they buy and sell more things, right?
So the reason they can buy and sell more things is... Okay, think of it like this. Okay? When you buy things, right, what you're saying is there's this product that is desirable, okay, that I want, okay, but for this thing to be desirable, right, okay, there needs to be a lot of undesirable work that needs to be put into it.
Yeah, like the rest of life, yeah.
So let's say there's this bed that I want, right? This bed frame. So somebody needs to go into the forest, chop down the lumber, shape the lumber into place, carpentry. Then you need the upholstery. Then you need the logistics. You need the steel to melt into the springs. You need the foam, whatever, right? So there's a lot of undesirable work.
Yeah.
Okay. A strong economy can take a lot of this undesirable work and make it more efficient.
Okay.
They are more productive. They can churn out more of it. They can churn out at a lesser price.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are economy that does everything by hand, okay, everything you just have to hammer and knock it out, then your
productivity is low compared
it's
to
very low.
Yeah.
Right. You produce less of the thing. Okay. You have more undesirable work that people might not necessarily want to do. And then, because it is so undesirable, more people need to do it, you are probably going to be more expensive.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, more expensive and less productive.
Correct. So, in an economy like this, it's difficult for you to compete with an economy like, let's say, in the US, where a lot of it is automated. Okay, so they are significantly more productive. You might have more people trying to create beds, but because in the US, maybe they only have 1/10 of your workforce, but they can create 10 times more bed than you.
This is precisely why Lawrence Wong wants Singaporeans to jump onto the AI train, man. I know it's a big leap, but forgive me, you can see where I'm coming from. Please continue.
Yeah. So having a more efficient economy is really the secret sauce. Okay. So in a lot of all these Western countries, their economy is usually very streamlined already. To the point where they don't even want to manufacture things anymore. They are almost entirely a service-based economy. Okay. Very much like Singapore.
Okay.
So all advanced economies, right, deal very little with manufacturing. Okay, they rather manage and provide services.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's so much easier to basically move things from India to China as a middleman service, and you earn more money by doing less work. You don't actually have to create the bed. You just need to supply a service that, you just need to solve a problem for someone else, and then you get money for not producing anything. So this is the ultimate level of productivity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I feel so dirty having this conversation. Ugh. All these fucking middlemen and consultants and people who just fucking benefit off the hard labor of other people.
Last time merchants have to take the risk to sail across the sea to obtain goods.
Correct.
That's why they make so much money.
Oh.
Last time.
So now you think about it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then there's all these middleman motherfuckers all around the world, right?
Okay.
Okay. Then the USA, tariffs. Okay. So what are you gonna do? What does tariff functionally mean? What is the behavior that it incentivizes?
It makes people buy local because the expensive stuff will always be from overseas.
Okay, so there's two parts to this answer. It makes the local stuff increase their price to meet the artificially inflated tariff price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say I used to be $1, right?
Yes.
Then you used to be 80 cents.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm who? I'm the one from outside.
You are from outside.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. But the tariffs, right, make you $1.20.
Correct.
Then now, right, I will say, hey, I should sell my stuff at $1.10. As long as I'm lower than you,
Or
okay,
$1.15.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You will inflate, but you won't be inflated to be as high as me because you want to earn the max amount of profit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then, so you artificially inflate. Then after that, people are forced to buy from you. But they may not want to buy from you. Okay, so they have to make a decision. Do I really need this thing? So in the past, when it's 80 cents, right, they're just like, okay, never mind, just buy lah.
Okay.
It's only 80 cents.
Okay.
But now it's $1.15.
Okay.
And then I got to buy from this American
Okay.
Yankee,
My fellow countrymen, basically. Yeah.
But,
Okay.
It's still not, I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel shook
Okay.
buying it. So I might not buy it anymore. So economy shrinks, okay? The prices go up, economy shrinks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why the past two times the tariffs were done, right? Basically, big recession, big depression.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the W? What's Trump's W for doing this?
That's why. So that's why the theory is that it has to be a negotiation piece, lah. It cannot be that this is a permanent solution.
Oh my God, that means we have to buy the stocks now because when he rescinds this, when he reneges on his threats, then the economy will go up again. So actually now you should buy the stocks.
So now you need to ask yourself this question. Okay, so this is not
think about
financial
myself,
advice.
sorry.
Okay, so this is not financial advice.
Okay.
Okay, so now you need to ask yourself this question. So if you are on the other end of it, right, and you're receiving this, right,
Yeah.
and then you capitulate to Donald Trump's threat, right, how would you look in front of everybody?
Weak, but everybody else also capitulate. Everybody else is being threatened.
Is that the case? Is that the case that's happening now?
In your playground example, the whole playground is getting bullied. Yeah, one person just say fuck it, then whatever, like here, in addition to giving you the tic tac, I give you something else, whatever, right? Then everybody starts doing it. Then we all capitulate, so we all are weak, because the playground has flexed his strength. The bully has flexed his strength already. What want me to do?
So here's the thing, right? Donald Trump doesn't need everyone to capitulate.
Okay.
Just enough people to capitulate.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
okay
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's his. I believe that's his strategy, lah.
India is starting.
Starting to
Yeah,
to give in. To the demand,
they're not
right?
giving in, but they're like, hey, we need to talk.
Yeah. Singapore's like, oh, hey, we need to talk.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's, we need to talk.
Right.
But maybe you're right. Then we need to talk means going back to the bargaining table already, lor.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, per what John has said, right? If that's the strategy, overall strategy of what Trump is thinking, right?
Yeah.
Then that will be forcing everyone to renegotiate the contract again. I mean,
Oh my god, that's quite clever, right?
I guess in
Isn't it?
business it does. They do this all the time. Like
Yeah.
like shifting sands, right? Hey, the
Correct.
deal is not very fair anymore. We need to talk again.
It's clever in one way,
Yeah.
but you are burning bridges, lah. You are destroying whatever good relationship. If let's say there was a good relationship, you have made it a sour relationship.
Because if he really was interested in, I mean, the other thing is if you look at how what John was discussing just now, like if you're really targeting tariffs to save your own industry, right? You would not be doing it so suddenly. You'll probably be laying the groundwork and telling your industries, hey, this thing is going to happen, right? Y'all better fucking get your shit together. And then once y'all get your shit together, we go. You know? And that would be how it works if you want to protect your industry.
That's so
there are
cool,
quite a lot of
right,
industries in the US that are no longer existent, and if they rebuild it up again, it's not going to take
Oh my
a
god,
short
this is
time.
amazing. This is like the only episode of Longkang Kitties where I came and then I'm I'm educated. I learn about the economy through Longkang Kitties. This is a first. Guys, I think we should continue to do this.
No, it's stressful.
Oh. No, I just want to come to the podcast and receive and receive and receive. And it's your job to give and give and give.
Well, so what's going to happen next?
I'm gonna tariff the shit out of you.
I knew you'd say that. Every time we dispense wisdom, I was like, pay 27, pay 27.
That's school fees, that's not tariffs.
I think 20 cents is enough, bro. At least $1, man.
Then Jerry, are you gonna up
Then-
your price to 90 cents?
then-
Then I'll go to you for advice.
Then
instead.
$20
But I won't
is
like it.
$20 wrong.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So where does this all lead us to now? In that case, like, is shit gonna get more expensive? What's gonna happen to Singapore?
Didn't Lawrence Wong already announce like a new set of like CDC vouchers or something?
Oh, he did. Yeah. All I heard him is go on to TV saying things will be very much more unpredictable from now on, and we must unite as Singaporeans. Is what he said.
Actually, in the grand scheme of things, right, there's one way that the Trump tariff plan can backfire, which is we all ignore him, then we just cooperate amongst each other and
Yes.
just accept some reasonable losses.
Correct.
But then after that we recalibrate everything so that it accommodates us.
Yeah,
better.
make them irrelevant. Just sell
They
stuff
will
to
not
China.
be-
I don't
they
know.
won't be irrelevant, but there are it's like in the Matrix, right? You know, they threaten to kill every human that's plugged into the Matrix. Then they say, oh, but you machines, you all need electricity from the humans. Then the machines say, there are levels of survival we are prepared to accept.
Yeah.
So I think we also need to kind of like do the same thing.
Yeah.
There are level of survivors that we are prepared to accept.
I think Europe has really start to come together. First with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, after that with the tariffs. So a lot of the Europeans they're like, yeah, okay, we're gonna increase our GDP on defense spending, but we're not gonna buy American. And then America, what was that guy? Rubio was saying, hey, no, that's not what we want from you guys. We want you guys to continue buying our stuff. And to be fair, American defense goods are really good.
Okay.
Right? It's not that they're producing shit. It's that they're producing really good things. It's just that if you're going to be doing this kind of shit, we're not going to buy from you. We'll just support our own industry, you know. And they're still making tanks, but they need to show up their foundries. I think their metal foundries are buying a lot of metal from China, which is not super reliable as well.
Okay.
Then obviously also
Okay.
there needs to be, I think we also need to start to think about where like economies such as ours, right, where we are very, very specialized in services. We really need to take a long and hard look about, should we just deep dive into services and then just exclude everything else? Like, should we also have certain level of manufacturing and like agriculture capabilities, like actual such industries in Singapore?
We are bringing back microprocessors.
Okay.
Yeah, we're bringing back microprocessors.
Yeah, I think bringing back some level of microprocessing. Yeah. I think the agriculture, some manufacturing, even if it's like some baseline stuff,
make chips.
It doesn't need to be a lot, but at least diversify our economy enough so that one country cannot dictate terms, right? At least we still have other trading partners. There are places that we can go, and there are still things we can do. But right now, all of us are getting hamstrung, right? It's precisely because the US knows that a lot of countries already very, very specialized. They are deep into the globalization hole, and it's very difficult to dig themselves out. And the funny thing is, yes, there's a way for the Trump plan to backfire, which is all of us just ignore. But for a fact, right, there's going to be countries that don't ignore.
Yeah.
And then this creates...
For sure.
Then now we are kind of back at square one. And then it's... it's... Some people are going to come out really, really on top of this. They're going to make fucking billions. And then the rest of us, right, we are really, really like going to suffer a lot. And... So, I mean, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Okay, it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I heard you say it's a bold strategy. Then I'm like, what are you talking about?
But I think it's going to work out.
Strategy.
Okay.
I think it's going to work out.
Oh, it's going to work out for Trump, is it? For America, it's going to work out for America.
Unfortunately, yes.
Ah.
I think so, because too many countries are too dependent already. Their mouth is too enveloped on the globalization tip, and they can't dislodge.
And I think on top of that also, if even if your country is not really in need of the American market, if you see your neighbors do it and they are getting ahead of you, you will want to do it as well. It's like you will want to also get ahead of the game in the region.
Right. Who else is good to import shit to, other than America?
Well, your largest markets are China after that.
Okay.
India.
Okay.
But their spending power is less.
It's less than America, right. Oh, okay. So everybody still wants Americans to buy their shit, basically.
The developed countries, like Western Europe, the US.
Tricky. How does it work for the average American? Would the average American become richer?
No, I don't think so. I think they will become poorer.
Might be worse, because they are the ones tanking the tariffs.
Okay, so what you are saying is that the people who really benefit are the knowledgeable in America.
The billionaires will be benefiting.
Are you serious?
Of course.
Are the billionaires knowledgeable? Because you need to be knowledgeable. Because
obviously. The billionaires are gonna be.
No, what you're telling me is that if you are going to be rich, you must be in the know about these things, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you are wealthy enough and powerful enough, right, you always have the option to leverage your wealth in different directions, and you can always pull out from certain places. You take the immediate loss, but if you know where this is heading, then you can invest in the long-term strategy. This is not the average, like consumer investor, their way of thinking, and the fact of the matter is things are going to get more expensive.
Oh man, I can barely afford shit as it is.
And there isn't, if you know anything about like inflation and how it works, once it inflates already, right, it's not coming back down. Like it just even if the tariff was removed overnight, right? Okay, you remove the tariff portion, but don't forget when they increase the price, they don't just increase by the tariff portion, they increase by everything else because all the supply chain all kind of affected, right?
It's a bit like GST when you include it, every part of the supply chain gets affected.
What price has dropped over the years?
Nothing.
Name me one thing. One thing must have dropped.
TV.
Huh? What?
TV.
Television. Okay, the price of television have dropped, and this has happened. Why is television exempt from inflation?
No, okay. The the prices of things drop relative to their inflated value back in the past. So like for example, in the past, right, you can, let's say 20 years ago, there's a $1,000 TV.
Okay.
Now in the present day, you can get a $1,000 TV that is significantly better than the one that from 20 years ago. And because,
but this is 20 years later.
Correct.
Right?
But because the 20 years ago the money was bigger, the price is the same. It means to say the price has dropped.
Okay. I actually get that for some reason.
so you actually pay even though quantum is the same, but you're actually paying less, and then you get better quality stuff.
Yeah.
And computer parts are also generally functioning the same way.
Minus GPU.
Yeah, basically.
Minus GPU. Okay.
Anything that is the processors gets more efficient. Once again, efficient markets are the best markets. Anything that get produced more efficiently, their price would drop or remain stagnant. And if it remains stagnant, means the price drop.
Yeah, over time due to inflation or everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then Wong, you got any other... Before you go on, you need to write me a check.
I'm still loading. I'm still processing.
Okay, so we're...
Still need time to process.
Are we stopping all American cheeseburger from next week?
Guys, we'll all be taking train back, right? Taking cab back, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are like prepared to take cab back already, yeah?
I guess. I mean, I can walk.
Fuck you! I'm so fucking jelly of you. Then me and John, we die out here. We sleep in this place.
I think he can walk as well.
I can walk even better than Jerry. So.
Yeah.
Okay, then I can't keep doing a stream at this time, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Walao.
I know.
Every time I entertain, I should tariff the audience that I'm entertaining them at this strange time.
First of all, the Sunday timing would have been better. I initially forgotten about it. Then I got the Sunday timing, which is 7:30
AM, is it?
PM.
Oh, PM. Yeah, that's doable.
No, but you cannot do it tomorrow,
You cannot do it tomorrow.
Just tomorrow only.
Yeah, then when are we going to do it? Next week I cannot.
Next week also cannot.
That's why. Bro.
Guys, I need to get my certification. Like, that's a non-negotiable.
What certification?
Huh?
What certification?
I'm making artisanal pasta. That's why I can't go on Sundays. It's my whole day, and now I spend it in the kitchen. I wear an apron, I put on my gloves, I do my food handling shit.
Your art is anal pasta.
What the hell is anal? Oh, you mean I eat
artisanal art is never mind. Spell artisanal.
No, Jerry. Your joke hit me like a gut punch, like a kidney punch, That's how it feels right now, Jerry. I'm injured, You just assaulted me with your joke,
Okay,
you know that? I can go to the police, Jerry, for a joke like that. Do you know that?
Okay.
Well, I'm hurt, Jerry.
You should accuse him of Islamophobia.
That's a very big jump. I don't think I can jump as far as fucking Mr. Jufri. Boing. He didn't just jump, he double jump,
Okay. Are we going to talk about elections next?
Election time.
大学，先生，先生。
Wow, a lot of new faces.
Yes. They are ex-NMPs, they are soldiers, they are civil servants. All quit their job.
Okay, hang on. The thing is, right, we had actually had a poll, which is a kind of a bet, and the losers have to all put money together to treat the winner to a meal.
Oh, you guys put a pool together on Discord?
Yeah. But only 4 people voted. So.
Dude, I should call the police. This is gambling. You guys are fucking gambling.
No, it's just a poll, man. It's just a guess.
Yeah, but you're putting together a pool of money, and then there's a reward afterwards.
Then what's going to happen is...
You should accuse him of Islamophobia.
Yep. So we did the poll until about early July. So we still don't know. There's still a couple of months more to go. We still don't know whether it's going to happen in June. But, like if the people who have quit their job need like a 2-month notice, maybe it's going to happen in July.
It's definitely going to happen very soon. I mean, like,
oh yeah, for sure.
After Hari Raya,
yeah, for sure.
They're good to go already.
Yeah.
Anytime
so
now.
Anytime now. Man, it's I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of fatigue looking at all these things.
Okay. Here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. We're not gonna go into brass tacks. We're gonna just go by feelings now, okay?
Yeah.
Now, okay, first things first. Accusations of gerrymandering. Nothing to do with our Jerry. He is not mandering.
Yeah.
I kena swap from West Coast to Tanjong Pagar. By the way, for most of my life, right, I didn't get to vote until I was, I think, age 31.
Holy shit.
It's not because I was overseas or nothing like that, you know. It's because, right, I was in Tanjong Pagar GRC, okay, in the time that Lee Kuan Yew was still alive. It was walkover after walkover. It was walkover for decades.
Akong's territory, man.
Okay. And then I only get to vote 2015, the year that he died, because is it RDU? I think it's RDU. Red Dot United or one of the other whatever no-name places.
One of the suicide squads went in.
Decided to go into Tanjong Pagar GRC. Okay. And I wasted my vote on them, by the way.
No, did they get their deposit back?
I have no idea. Okay.
I think they could have lost it.
Yeah, if they didn't get their deposit back, then you have wasted your vote, yes.
But now I move all the way to West Coast GRC, right? And then I cannot reabsorb back into Tanjong Pagar again.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
Okay, hang on. A long time ago, like when I was a kid, where I stayed, right, was Momian GRC.
Okay.
Right. And then after that, it went to Tanjong Pagar GRC. And then, my place is Balestier. How did Balestier go to Tanjong Pagar, right? If you look at the GRC map, Balestier is like at the fucking easternmost edge of the Tanjong Pagar. It's like next door to us, we are fucking Whampoa. Whampoa CC is right next door, but then we are Tanjong Pagar GRC. Like, doesn't make sense, man. I don't understand what's going on.
I wish the elections board would just be way more open and transparent with how they draw the boundaries. Now, whether it is gerrymandering or not, we also don't know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if they change the boundaries, who has the data to go and manipulate the voters within, right? You don't even have the data. I mean, we are assuming the incumbent doesn't have the data to actually. And even if they have the data, how are they going to manipulate it so that more people vote for them? We also don't know these things. I can't math this shit, guys.
Okay, here's how you math it. Okay, here's how you math it. To truly accuse the PAP of gerrymandering, right? they need to get only 50% of the vote, but still occupy all of Parliament.
I mean, technically that could happen.
But that would be truly gerrymandering. That's the ultimate gerrymandering wet dream.
Yeah.
So means to say, what gerrymandering is supposed to do, right, is you dilute the power of the opposition voters in any given district by separating them. So let's say.
That part I get. That part I get, right? But you, how to say, you, in order to practice that, you must first know who voted for what. Does that make sense?
But they don't have to know who voted for what. They just need to know clusters, how they vote, and they are basically redrawing lines based on the clusters.
And then you go to the polling station,
Yeah.
By the way, your IC number is on the card.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, so you are saying that the incumbent doesn't have the data, but the ELD does, and the ELD draws the boundaries to favor the incumbent. But
Whoa!
no, it's what you're insinuating.
Allegedly speaking.
Just saying that they do have the very rough stats, even if they don't have the details.
No, but it's like, okay, if ever we reach the point, right, okay, there's only 51% of the vote for the incumbent, right, but then they still occupy basically all of the parliament, right, okay, then we know for a fact that this is gerrymandering. Okay, we know for a fact. Because cannot be what? How can you divide all of the opposition so neatly to the point where they all fail in every district? Impossible, right?
Yeah.
So, as of now, okay, we don't know whether they got gerrymandered or not. But okay, that aside. Okay, now I'm in Tanjong Pagar GRC. Okay, actually it's funny because this is the year, right, that I actually decided that I want to vote for PAP. I've been voting opposition my whole life, which is only twice before. Then now, right, I actually want to vote for PAP, right? So it means their plan, if they want to dilute my opposition vote, right, they actually failed. Because they put me in a place where it's virtually guaranteed for the
incumbent,
yeah. So means to say, the gerrymandering didn't work on me lah. Okay.
Well, but that's because you change your mind, right? It's not because you know.
But that's the thing, is that people can change their
That's
mind.
true. That's
so
true.
you gerrymander also. You can only gerrymander based on past data. You cannot gerrymander based on the current mindset of the people, right? So if you, let's say you think, right, okay, I'm going to put these past PAP voters, right, I'm going to put them all together so we can strengthen this district. And then all these motherfuckers all change their mind, right? Wow, you just flip the district, instantly. Which is basically what happened to Sengkang. Don't forget, Sengkang was a redrawn GRC.
Yeah.
Okay, back in the day. And then they lost to WP. They were very confident of. That's why Ng Chee Ming was there, ma. Then Ng Chee Ming lost, ma. Then now he's back.
He's back.
He's back, bros.
He will not die.
No lah, but expected lah.
I feel Ng Chee Ming, right, is the most embarrassing PAP candidate. I just dislike him so much. He is totally not charismatic. He lost the Sengkang GRC. probably thinking he's gonna win.
How did he become the chief of Air Force?
And they still put him in the CEC, the Central Executive something.
He's also like holding some position in the NTUC union, right?
Yeah.
Union chief or something.
He's the union chief. That one is okay lah. I mean that's quote unquote private job lah.
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, anybody can be in that job, technically. But the CEC, he's an unelected member and he's in the PAP CEC. And then now he wants to contest.
Do you think the kids care nowadays? Like, do you feel like other than us, that there are less and less people who care? Am I right in saying that?
I think they care in a very different way. I think politics have evolved into more like I feel a certain way about certain things. And
vibes, man. It's
just
all vibes.
It's all vibes.
Vibe based.
Sweet, okay, I get it. Sweet.
Once the baby boomers all die out already, right? Then really politics is just about vibes already. Right now, the baby boomers, they still hold sway, they still hold power over the rest of us because there's just more of them.
Yeah.
Really, numbers wise, there are more baby boomers.
I think there's more millennials now. Slightly more, probably.
Compared to the baby boomers, we are still less, right?
No. I think there's slightly more millennials now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Millennials and Gen Zers probably are the most populous in any generation. Gen Xers actually are outnumbered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered.
So our population structure, like in the graph, is still like beehive lah, right?
Yeah,
not so bad.
The I think the 30 something to 40 something has the biggest population group right now.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay lah. So fuck the young kids They don't know shit It's okay lah. I mean, we decide the fate of the nation, right? If that's what you're saying. Not the old men.
But we are the young kids also. What?
Not anymore.
Now
we are the center of the graph.
Not you, Jerry.
So
fuck off.
In the graph, right, the fattest part of the beehive is us, leh.
Yes, the millennials. Yes. Yeah.
The fattest part of us is Dan Wong.
Oh, John, you wanna compare? Shall we take off our shirts now?
Please don't scare off our audience.
No, don't walk this way, guys. I've been losing a lot of weight. Don't walk this way. Yeah, I used to be chunky. So what? Yeah, I used to be a chungus.
You still are.
Not anymore.
Hey, I got excuse, okay? I just got a kid.
Sure.
Okay. My wife's pheromones, okay, and my kid's pheromones.
Yes, blame me on the pheromones.
Are making me put on weight.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
This one is science. Okay. I got science behind me. Okay. All Dan Wong has.
You need more fats for your baby to cuddle up against you. To be a comfortable pillow.
You know what the scientific revelation, right, is like the dad bod is like you evolve the dad bod so you can run away less efficiently. So you stay and be a dad.
Facts. Those are facts. Okay. How do we feel about each of our district members? The GRC or the SMC?
Well, I mean, it's still the same for me. It's like Heng Chi Hao, Josephine Teo.
Your niece?
Yeah. I don't remember and there's Denise Pua. I don't remember the minority candidate. I think might be one result. Yeah. So it's status quo lah. Like if what's that alliance now? What is it called? The alliance.
No.
I don't remember. They have like formed 3 different parties into one alliance, right? So they're running together.
SDA.
No, not SDA. Not SDA. Yeah.
They're the only other alliance.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's the one that's Lim Tian is part of lah. Like if he runs again, wow, another difficult decision, man.
Ayo.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Vibes based, I guess. Just vote. Go with vibes.
The person who I think suffered the most might be SDP. I mean, the party who suffered the most might be SDP.
Yeah, because they went.
Bukit Batok got
absorbed.
Yeah.
So both of the SMCs they went for got absorbed, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's just I just feel like they're out to get Dr. Chi.
Yeah, because I feel like Dr. Chi is one of the next highest chance of so of course
because he was close twice, right?
Very close.
Yeah, very close twice.
And then by-election also, right?
And then he was there for like a good decade to build up the his clout over there, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
And then he decides to contest in Sembawang West,
which is part of where Bukit Batok was. Is absorbed into?
No. Sembawang West is an entirely different place.
Yeah,
Sembawang West is my territory, sir.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. But it's not when I say my territory, it's not my territory. I mean Sembawang GRC, but he's contesting Sembawang West.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's not even
contest.
I wish he was in Sembawang, but then again, why would he do that? He hasn't done the groundwork in Sembawang.
Yeah, exactly.
Sembawang is Ong Ye Kung's territory. He's not the presence is not there. Maybe they started canvassing or campaigning already in Sembawang West for some reason. And
honestly speaking, Whampoa is Whampoa Balestier the Jalan Besar Town Council lah. Right. Is a PAP stronghold lah. Yeah, they are very, very aggressive. Not say aggressive, but they rah-rah a lot, because when I was a kid and I joined the PA, it was with Whampoa CC, and I've seen like the people who I saw as kids, right? Like when I joined as a teenager, who were around like just young adults, they're now old and they're still there. So they are like hardcore,
Yeah, they will never leave their support for the incumbent. But hey, John, you're a smart guy. You got a weight of history in that big bald head of yours. So tell me, like when times get tough, right? Will people still vote opposition? Because now we're in a tough time, right?
I will say I'm not decided yet. I've not decided yet, but I will say it's a good likelihood I'll vote opposition again. For one very good reason.
What is the reason?
Whatever you do, how many people can the opposition put into the parliament? Probably not a lot, right? So if you are thinking about using a vote to make a statement, right, just do it, because whoever is running the show will still have to do everything that you complain about.
Yeah.
No, that makes you a free rider.
Why can't
I don't care.
Yeah, we vote for our own interests. Walao.
I don't care.
No, that one is, they got say already. Who was it to say? Is it Lee Hsien Loong? I can't remember.
I think so, yeah.
They make you are the free rider.
Yeah, I will ride for free, man.
We will, of course. I want to be on a winning team.
I will ride for free into hell.
Amen to that, brother.
Actually, I feel like the opposition have a very, very good chance this coming cycle.
Yeah.
Couple of reasons. I think Lawrence Wong hasn't proven himself yet. There has been, even though there's been like some chances, he I don't know, lacks the presence.
That's what I felt too.
He doesn't seem like a larger than life character.
No, but his presence in COVID was very, very. It stood out a lot. Okay, let me give you an example. Right,
COVID was 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's 5 years ago. Okay, yeah, that's true. Imagine, right? There's this guy. He's not charismatic. He's not like the jock. But then when a dangerous thing happened, like this girl was threatened by a rapist, he ran over bravely and he beat the shit out of them. Then you're like, okay, Chibai, this guy got something.
Okay.
So that's the situation now. He was always like the quiet, reserved, reticent guy that you never notice. But when somebody was in danger, he rose up to the occasion to become a hero. Something along those lines. You don't think that's strong enough?
I want to alter your scenario a bit.
Okay.
So, this quiet guy, he's just standing there on his own business. But then he got 4 posses, okay? He got 4 buddies that always hang around him, okay? These 4 guys, they are significantly larger, bigger, more charismatic. And then the girl kena molested, okay? And then these 4 guys, right, carry this one nerd on their shoulder, and then the 4 guys ran to the rapist, and then they drop off this nerd at the foot of the rapist. This guy go and threaten the rapist with the 4 guys behind him, and then the rapist ran away.
Correct. This is what the PAP means when they say pare inter pares. First amongst equals.
So this is...
So the nerd is still the winner. The nerd commanded them all.
So this is what I feel about Lawrence Wong.
Okay.
He's kind of being carried into favor. La.
So good, got people to carry you.
I might change my mind if it was Chan Chun Sing being a PM.
Yeah, I know. We know about your love for Chan Chun Sing on this podcast, Jerry Teo Berber. Yeah, he's a likable man, but it's one thing to make him the leader of the free world.
Free world.
We are the free world now, okay?
Like we got to pick cotton from sheep.
So anyway.
Yes, we got pick.
So Lawrence Wong is not very charismatic.
Yeah.
The GST increase in the midst of basically a huge inflation. I think that was a serious strategic blunder.
Not everything is done to get votes, okay, John. The increase of GST is important because the country must be put ahead of its citizens sometimes, and sometimes you must make decisions that are unpopular.
In the middle of what was at that time, a projected inflation of like some serious number of percentage, I think the PP would have known about the upcoming inflation. Their thinking was probably just merge it all together, rip the band-aid off, and then later it'll be better. But actually, rather than prolong the pain, it might have been better for them to actually prolong it, because it really put a severe strain.
It hurts.
It hurts, man.
It hurts me.
And then after, another thing that I think really... Okay, so the accusation of gerrymandering, even though it might not actually be the case, it looks too suspicious. I think people are sick of this kind of games. Like we don't want like an election, right, where it's like everything is rigged, even though it might not be, but people end of the day still want to see a fair fight. Okay, so. And I think the last one, this is probably the nail in the coffin for a lot of the GRCs, or at least some of the SMCs, I should say, for PAP, right? Is this slate of so many newcomers, just like literal who's.
Yeah.
Like, who? Nobody
knows.
Singapore are all turning to owls. The only thing we are saying is who. And with the exception of a few people, okay?
Every organization needs new blood.
We have been turning into a nation of Liang Popos, led by a Liang Popo.
Jerry, what did I tell you about assaulting me with your jokes? It's pretty funny, actually.
Oh no!
Oh my god, you're on a war path today, Jerry. What happened? Are you? Is Anna pregnant? What's going on?
I don't know. This is the reason why we cannot get MPs on our show. Oh shit,
bro. But that was good though. I love it. So yeah, I think the opposition stands a pretty good chance. The PAP need to get their shit together lah.
Yeah.
I mean, on the point of like new blood, right?
We got a few.
The thing about the main criticism about GRC has always been you have one major powerhouse that people tend to vote for. Then you have a bunch of nobodies like backbenchers and like randos that
who were never even part of the party in the first place.
Yeah, like people.
Just joined recently.
Don't forget, we almost got Ivan Lim, right?
Oh man.
Okay, and Amir Amrin, what's his name again? The guy always also plays soccer, the void deck one, chasing chickens and whatever. We almost got like this caliber of jokers, right, into our parliament, riding on the coattails of like the powerhouses.
Okay, so I'll ask you a question. What do you then expect to see for new blood to come? Do you expect to see, for example, this like let's say 2 years ago, this army guy already quit and already joined PAP and already walked the ground 2 years ago. Then now you see him, you're like, oh, this guy, he's been around. Is that what you want to see?
Or even at least, right, greater media presence, more like let us know this fella more. Okay, basically allow us to know what this person, who he is, what he stands for, what is he trying to do, what's his vision, right? Even let us know his name. Right now it's like, okay, we know he's the chief of army or whatever. It's like, who cares? Why do we have so many chief of armies, like parachuted into places? Like, this is not, we are not a retirement home for like chief of armies, right?
Okay, to be fair, I think this time round they actively did not recruit so many former military.
Oh, less soldiers?
Yeah, they are announcing a lot less former military. Yeah, this time round. So good on them. But at the same time, I would say my questions are the same. Like, if these are the people who are okay, if you tell me these are like really up there people, right? That we have never heard of, and you just trust us, bro. Just trust us, right? Then
trust me, bro.
But
got cred.
But then like everyone will always point to that Ivan Lim, right? Like, yeah, if we trusted you, this guy would have snuck in and
he would have sneered his way through in Parliament.
To be fair to him,
Beautiful.
if he had been put into that situation to run for a spot in Parliament, he's probably someone who has the ability to do things.
Okay.
Right? But because his personality when he was a full colonel or something in the army?
Oh. Yeah.
Like his unit, one of his guys would just come out and say that, was he a captain? I remember the story.
Right. Yeah, so he did a lot of unlikable things.
Yeah, unlikable things
whether they were effective or not, whether they were great or not.
He was like a commander in a unit, right?
We don't know. We just know that he was greatly disliked.
Yeah, it was greatly disliked. So, But honest talk is I really think that I'm probably going to be voting opposition this time round.
Right.
Because I know it's hard times ahead, but if you don't take the opportunity to really let them know that, hey, we're not really happy with what's going on in the last 5 years, right? Then you have to wait another 5 years.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity. You have that one chance. And if you are really unhappy, then just don't vote for them. It more or less they are gonna continue running the country. It's just that if you can knock their percentage down, it gives them something to think about. So
well, you are at least confident that you will get to vote. There's no guarantee I will get to vote. It's highly likely. It's likely that there might be a walkover on my side. And I'll become like John, a bitter person who didn't even have the chance to have the vote to decide the fate of his country.
Okay, if you have a walkover, treat it like a public holiday. At least you're like, oh, I can do whatever I want.
Jerry, there are no holidays for artists. We suffer and we die.
I don't know about that, man.
you play game, but you're suffering also. But okay, I know you're suffering. I know you are spending a lot less.
Yeah.
Right, you eat less. You eat 1 meal a day, or at least 1.5 meals a day.
Well,
you stop.
We're eating okay. We're eating okay.
Huh?
We're eating okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
You told me you eat 1 meal a day and psyllium husks in the morning.
I don't eat just psyllium husks. What the fuck?
Yeah, you eat psyllium husks in the morning.
You know how much poop that is if you just eat psyllium husks? Fucking hell.
John,
什麼大字?
bring us to the next topic. I tire of
next topic
complaining about the PAP.
I think we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no more
Do you have a
next topic.
magical moment? Do you have? Don't have?
Wait. Someone.
Yeah.
Someone
Questions?
provided something. Yeah.
Any questions from the floor?
Okay. So, someone said, Dan, nice hair.
Oh, thank you.
Then
Thank you.
Chan, waiting
Appreciato.
for the LongKangKitties to say how much they love the PP. We
Hey,
love the PP.
We love the
Hey,
PAP,
who's that?
yes.
Someone he complimented me and I don't get to thank him. Give me the name of this person.
Very bad boo.
Very bad boo.
Yep.
You are the worst boo ever.
Fuck,
That's their motivation to be the bad
in
boo.
the Cantonese spirit of this episode, was Jerry Cat expressing his liking for a Cantonese person, hashtag Chan Chun Sing?
Oh, he's Cantonese.
Is he Cantonese?
我唔知道啊。
佢係乜
Hey,
人
仆街啊，冚家斬啊！
專人啊，專人。Jerry, stop swearing.
I'm sorry. 屌你老母啊！你死仆街！
That's what everybody says. My God, I'm sure there are like more elegant Cantonese
I've not
insults.
changed the camera. Oops. I've just
Okay.
been like looking at the Discord.
I'll just say if no other topic, I'll just say I went to a football match recently in National Stadium. Asian Cup qualifiers, Hong Kong versus Singapore.
Beautiful.
It was a very dull affair.
Oh no, I'm sorry. They kicked the ball around and the game ended.
What's the event again? Sorry?
Asia Cup qualifiers.
Oh, the Hong Kong versus
Singapore, yeah. Because my friend lives in Singapore now, married a Singaporean girl from Hong Kong. So he wore the Hong Kong shirt to go into the Singapore side.
Right.
So the funniest thing...
So sweet.
Yeah, the funniest thing that happened in the entire thing that we have the best memory of is this Hong Kong fan. We're walking towards the Singapore side of the stadium that we're seated at, right?
Yes.
And this Hong Kong fan, right, saw my friend wearing the Hong Kong shirt. Oi, he caught the guy, he caught the guy and he pulled him. It's over there. Hey, lot 21 is over there. You're going the wrong way. He's like very excited. He's like very scared for my friend, It's like, then my friend is like, no, we're going this way. No, but we're going that way. Then he's trying to pull him along. And then his wife, my friend's wife, was just laughing the whole time. Yeah, that was the funniest thing.
Sweet.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
the Hong Kong fans are so nice. They fly all the way down to Singapore to support their
No,
team.
I think a lot of them live here.
Wow.
A lot of them live here.
Oh, they live here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sweet.
So it was quite funny, and I think one of the parts where the ref didn't blow for one of the fouls, and they were just Dule Lobo. Yeah, so
That's amazing.
It's a good time, It's a good time. It's just that it's not very exciting football. That's all I can say.
Man, I wish I were exciting life. I didn't know anything exciting.
Okay. One magical moment. The time has come for the reunion of the last two children of LKY.
Okay.
Both have gotten cancer and lying in their beds thinking of each other. They have fought over their father's legacy and now have to face the iron wheel born in the netherworld. What do LKK think they'll say when they meet Pa again? Pa, not my fault. Pa, not my fault. No, I do one. I think they'll both say that.
I think the older boy.
I don't know what they'll say particularly, but I know exactly how to break down their conversation into a series of micro dramas at about 1 minute each at 50 episodes, and I will put it out on TikTok and people will watch it. It's a great premise. Natalie came out of this? It's a great premise for a micro drama.
No, it's cringe user.
Cringe.
Must be cringe. It's always him.
Cringe. I'll tell you what, we'll work together. We'll write this. We'll pitch it to MediaCorp. Dude, I will get it approved. I will get it greenlit. We're gonna shoot this beautiful little documentary that's this little microdrama that's shot in hell. It has to be in hell. We'll change the parameters a bit. They're no longer in a hospital. Like hell, then we'll set up like a whole set and it'll all be there.
Then there's the Hey Bai Swang Mo.
Then they'll involve them into the
and then
the
there's
cow
like
and
the boiling pots of new to ma mian and the boiling pots of oil at the back.
Yeah, Jerry, I don't know whether we want to do Chinese hell or whether we want to do European hell. What do you think? Chinese hell? Yeah, maybe Chinese hell. Yeah, because we're appealing to the Chinese audience.
It's more funny.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
and the backdrop is actually you can just go to Haw Villa and take and then green screen it.
Oh my god! Oh, we'll save so much money doing that.
Exactly,
Thank you, Jerry. Fantastic. Okay, cringe. We'll set it up. We'll do a pitch. I'll get us into MediaCorp next week. Let's go.
Alrighty. Actually, Jerry, did you have a response?
I don't know. I think my response is not as interesting as Dan's.
Then won't you take the cake lah? I have to give it to you.
What cake? Guys, not everything is a competition. It's just, magical moments are just for us to imagine.
Shut the fuck up.
Imagination.
Okay. So I think with that shall be the end of today's episode. It's been 2 hours already. Thank you very much for listening in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, join everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Actually, can somebody hate on us? Like, I think we need hate. That's what we need to really push the podcast forward. Somebody just like hate on us.
You go and accuse people of Islamophobia.
Jerry, first you want me to short stock, then you want me to accuse people of Islamophobia, then you sucker punch me with like the most powerful dad jokes on the planet. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I thought we were friends.
Okay.
See you, boys and girls. Love you all. Bye bye.
Love ya. Bye bye. Go to sleep now.